Today, life sciences companies are navigating a complex regulatory environment where quality expectations, audit readiness, and compliance requirements continue to evolve. That's why Verista created SME Insights and Perspectives, a video series featuring Verista subject matter experts discussing timely issues that matter to the industry. Today, we're speaking with Robert Lucas, a Verista subject matter expert in regulatory, quality, and audit.
I'm the Director of Regulatory, Quality, and Compliance and Auditing. It's a service line within Verista. Our primary focus in performance of internal and external auditing for a lot of our life sciences clients. I'm also certified as a quality auditor with the American Society of Quality since 2009. And I've been with Verista for 5 years now and have been serving life science clients in my career for over 30 years now. Well, the current landscape in the industry right now is very fluid, very dynamic. There's a lot of new regulations, there's a lot of new guidance, there's a lot of new trends in the industry that makes data more fluent than ever. And the product technology frontier, is moving faster than guidance can keep up. Specifically, I'll pick 3 topics here that we're seeing a lot of movement in lately, is data integrity. The DI regulations, regulatory bodies, are enforcing Part 11, 21 CFR Part 11, electronic records and signatures regulations, and they're expanding that scope tremendously for raw data, for audit trails, for hybrid systems. And one of the areas, because it's so rapidly evolving, is that these DI programs, the data integrity programs, it's not just a single event covering all topics. It's a program, it's a life cycle, it's a committee, a data integrity lead. It's the results of data integrity reviews aligning with quality management reviews, which is the cross-pollination of data integrity into other divisions, departments of a life sciences organization. Extremely when it comes to audit trails and periodic reviews of within systems to make sure that users have been removed or added or have the appropriate roles, and that audit trails are being reviewed and maintained to make sure people aren't changing the integrity of a system based on the data integrity rules. It's the translation and prioritization problem, not knowledge. So companies know that new guidance exists or that it's coming through. The failure that I've seen in the industry is to operationalize these new guidances. What does that mean? To document it, proceduralize it, to implement it within an organization, and to train users on this new guidance, as well as implementing it into their existing programs, their life cycles, their procedural controls, etc. And this is all before the regulators arrive. So it's not sitting on a new regulation for months, waiting to implement or things of that nature. It's important to get to act quickly and to work on getting these new guidances, regulations implemented into core business processes, QMS or otherwise. One of the premier ones, and most of us in the life sciences have performed or developed or come from some level of validation. So standardized validation processes can reduce cycle times for, say, tech transfers, for new product introductions, for site expansions, because the quality framework already exists. But again, to act on these new validation processes and regulations and guidances come along, there's really a lot of credence in these new guidance and regulations, because it is actually taking risk-based approach to remove the amount of validation, which is kind of GAMP-esque, good automated manufacturing practices, and to the FDA's CSA regs to try to reduce paper. It's really the standardization of validation processes is a big one to help them move faster. Another bullet is a mature corrective and preventative action, or CAPA, and deviation system. as this type of system or controls or procedural controls will help identify and surfaces or brings to the surface process failures in an earlier time frame, before they become batch rejections, before they become recall investigations, or heaven forbid they become warning letters. So having a mature functional CAPA and deviation process or system will help address this preemptively opposed to reactionally. If you can audit a supplier and verify that they're validating their system or that they've got controls in place for access management, et cetera, the robust supplier qualification process can help reduce supply disruption and eliminates any emergency qualifications or events during production, and make sure that your vendors are aligned, which is direct FDA regulation. Vulnerabilities we're seeing that if you don't take data integrity from the perspective of a program, almost like QMS, data integrity is not a spot in time. It is not a one-off item. It is there a data integrity lead? Is there a data integrity committee? Is there data integrity procedures? Is there data integrity built into your validation? Do you do audit trail and access control review, which we alluded to earlier, as part of your validation program? Does executive management have data integrity representation in their biannual, annual, periodic management review meetings to discuss in data integrity issues? So shared and generic login credentials is a biggie. Backdated and retroactive entries, records complete after the fact. Even it could be hours the next morning when they decide to fill out their reports without any kind of documentation, reason, or counter signatures. And it's another biggie, is backdated and retroactive, especially in batch records and lab notebooks and things of that nature. And the last one I think I'll mention is that this kind of gets into my IT world is backup without recovery verification. So electronic records aren't controlled until you've demonstrated that you can actually recover them from a backup to be complete in a readable state, which kind of gets into your inspection readiness, because if they ask to see something and you've got to go print it out, you've got to, you can't just, you've got to make sure you can retrieve that information from a backup, especially as it starts getting long in the tent and you've got years down the road that we've mentioned batch records or SOPs or something like that. They might ask for a specific, what was your change control process in 2020, right? You've got to go back 6 years. So you've got to be able to recall out of your document management system an SOP that you were utilizing that's even not the current one at that time.
I think we are, like I said, a good collection of folks. You don't have to worry about the ancillary things because we've been doing it for so long that sometimes that gets I've seen our competitors get tied up in misbilling or mistiming or late timesheets or things of that nature. So if you can take away a lot of those ancillary things and we get down to the core concepts, not only do we have the breadth and depth of knowing what we need to put together for our projects to help get information, even if somebody gets into a bind. And our infrastructure for Verista is one that's set from a hierarchical perspective. So if you've got some folks, we try to assign different levels of resources to projects. So if lower level folks or newer folks in the industry that might not be as seasoned as some of us at 30 years into it, which there are some, right? Those guys have got a communication plan and a strategy on how they can lean into folks that if they run into any issues on how they can resolve problems. And the Verista folks have, with me, as much as I've been in the industry, if I run into anything, I know who to go to, and there's somebody always there that's got my back, and we will figure it out. So I think the confidence in our ability to deliver on time, on budget projects is one of our paramount benefits to an organization.